Setting up those close to you with an inheritance is thoughtful and caring. But passing your assets isn't your whole story. Today on Prep Air, we're getting into how you can tell your story in a meaningful way that is much more than just dollars and cents. Have you given clear instructions? Have you shepherded your flock? Do they know what you know? If you haven't, you owe them. This is a crucial responsibility. Today I'm going to talk about a magnificent gift that you can give your family, the legacy letter. A legacy letter is a deliverable to those important people that you care about, but it's also a personal, powerful exercise that should, in the process, feed your soul along with those around you. I contend in life that you're parenting or friending always and forever. And those that you care about deeply don't hold all the information that you now hold. So how will they carry on? We each have a personal legacy, and it's not our assets, it's the story of who we are. Tell me the stories about you and those before you, your experiences and knowledge that you have worked so hard for and that you're so proud of. If you don't tell these stories, will they be wasted along with that secret stash of cash that you never mentioned? Okay, but you may be thinking, how can I convey this information? Where do I start? And how much work is this going to be? Or maybe even, what wisdom do I have to offer? It's surprising. People don't intentionally store valuable stories and important instructions of their life. If you're simply holding them in your head, when you pass on, those stories are just gone. Aren't you proud of the effort and all that you have accomplished? What stops us? Is it the effort? Or is it the perceived arrogance behind self-promotion? Whatever taboo or perceived difficulty behind this effort, we don't care because it's gotta be worth it. The money and the numbers and the legal documents, they don't tell us. You and your stories tell. Besides, who do you want to tell your story? Recall the times when somebody else tells your story while you're in the audience listening. Inevitably, they get it wrong. They may miss the entire point of the story. So you're compelled to jump in and clean it up. Now, we're talking about your most valuable stories and your most valuable information. And you don't need to be old to begin telling your stories, because you will forget and eventually you too will get it wrong. A lot of people don't journal and haven't documented. So what's the best way to just get it out? That's where the legacy letter comes in, to help guide you, like a syllabus. See, there should be some structure around your messaging. This should be fun, but it can also be a soul-opening experience. And I've said this before, our nutrition comes through our expression of usefulness. In this case, it's both rewarding and liberating, because we feel anxious if our information is all over the place. And if we're leaving behind confusion, that's exhausting and infuriating, because there's likely going to be penalties to be absorbed by your heirs. And those are the ones we're trying to help. We need this information. You're part of a collective and you owe it to those who came before you for those who come after you. When you do this, you will also encourage others to tell their stories. You'll participate in changing how they'll deal with your death. You're going to create that commonality, a collection of lasting memories. And this may be the lasting material memory. And when you do pass, think how cool the celebration of you could be. You could help host it, save others from the stress and effort. And everyone will appreciate it. They will appreciate you because it'll be about you. For them, all the more. The other thing is you can avoid unnecessary charges. You worked hard, and it's so easy to let money slippage go by, especially during transitionary times. And I'm not talking about forgetting to cancel your subscriptions. I'm talking about the legal costs and the disputes that will happen. And when I say unnecessary charges, I mean beyond money. I'm talking about those other advancing forces coming for your heirs. We jokingly say, beware the in-laws and the outlaws. These other people are going to be charging forward and they will compound costs and efforts in multiple ways. Avoid unnecessary charges. You can help by being organized and forward-thinking through the legacy letter. Because transitionary times are expensive and they can't be efficient because your heirs are trying to learn along the way while under duress. A legacy letter is a practical way to protect them. You can tell them what to look for, where to find it, who to ask. So what do I say in terms of ideas about the legacy letter? There are lots of places you can go for further inspiration about it. Guided assistance, diagnostic questions that will prompt you to produce authentic answers and genuine stories. I recommend recorded conversations. It's so nice to hear your voice. Video record if you can to see your expressions. There's more help out there, like personal journalists. Pay your respects in a most meaningful way. Use it as an excuse to bring your family closer, from which you can have more elevated and deeper discussions. If you're looking for a template to begin your legacy letter, reach out to us. We can send you one. I hope this is helpful. If so, let others in on this message by passing it on, because they owe it to theirs too. And if you stay tuned, we'll drop more info. Until then, keep building.